brought down. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? But this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe it was just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now that they stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. So here come the Lions now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
They go back to Riddick. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbound.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Connor Barwin coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And that is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And right with it here over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he's got room. And he slides to avoid the hit. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. From the gun, here's Stafford. Out to the flat for Riddick. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. It only took Stafford 90 games to hit 25,000 yards in his career, fastest ever, and he adds to that yardage total there.
I'm not sure anyone in the league has a more confident arm than Matthews.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Connor Barwin from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. On second down, here's Stafford. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. First run for the backup, Abdullah. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
All right, so this one's now back within a field goal, and if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel, and I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're march off another 15 against your squad.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The Rams on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And that will wind up just short. He had it online. It ran out of gas at the end. Elsewhere, they're into the fourth at FedEx Field. And we're seeing an extension of the lead by the Jags. They're up pretty big. A win would be their first of the young season. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. A gain of 32 that time.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Here's Riddick. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. They'll look to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one, got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now they'll run it on the toss, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalposts. They're all through now, by the way, in Santa Clara. And it was the Chargers who were able to take home the victory in that one. A win would be their first of the young season. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And he clocks it with just 10 seconds left. He'll look to throw. And under the Lions' Pressure, he's brought down. Ziggy Ansah in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.